संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Devi Mahatmyam, or it is called as Chandi or Durga Saptashati. We shall now begin the study by chanting the dhyana. Now we are in the 4th chapter, Ataha Chaturtho Dhyayah. So the meditation for the Divine Mother in the 4th chapter is a different one, which is a new one. Now I am going to chant that. You can hear and then chant that after me. Om Kalabhrabham Katakshayir. Om Kalabhrabham Katakshayir Arikulabhayadam Maulibadhendurekam Arikulabhayadam Maulibadhendurekam Shankham Chakram Kripanam Shankham Chakram Kripanam Trishikamapi Karairudvahantim Trishikamapi Karairudvahantim Trinetram Trinetram Simhaskandhadhirudham Simhaskandhadhirudham Tribhuvanamakilam Tribhuvanamakilam Tejasa Purayantim Tejasa Purayantim Dhyayed Durgam Jayakhyam Dhyayed Durgam Jayakhyam Tridasha Ganavritam Tridasha Ganavritam Sevitam Siddhasangaihi Sevitam Siddhasangaihi. This is a new meditation verse for the 4th chapter on the Divine Mother. Now I will take you through the meaning, word to word meaning of this verse. Kalabhrabam, she who has the complexion of a dark storm cloud, representing deep, intense power. You should note, when mother is doing different work, she has a different color, complexion of her body. So here, Kala, just like in Hindi, we call it Kaliya. For if somebody is dark, they call them Kaliya. And some people also will call any dark person as Kelewala. That is a different thing. But the same word, Kalabhrabam. So the Divine Mother, here the complexion is dark. So if you tell dark, there are so many varieties of darkness, blackness. All the blackness are not different. So what is the darkness of the mother's complexion now here? The complexion of dark storm cloud. When it is about to storm or if it is about to rain, the dark cloud, the color of that cloud, complexion. And Sri Krishna's body color also is similarly explained. So complexion of Divine Mother here in this meditation, because these are all verses on meditation. You have to meditate on the Divine Mother. So for meditation, everything should be clear. So when you have to meditate, then how will you meditate on the complexion of the Mother? So it is given Kala Brabham, she who has the complexion of dark storm cloud, representing, so what is that darkness representing? Deep, intense power. And also Sri Ramakrishna used to sing one Bengali song. What was that? Is my mother dark in color? So he was always devoted, or in the beginning stages, he took up God as Divine Mother Kali. So Mother Kali is also of the same color. It is the same Mother Kali now is being described. So he asked the question, is my mother Kali black in color? Also Krishna, also the same thing. Then in that, one of the great poets, Ram Prasad, he answers, why is Mother Kali black in color? People, while we are away from spiritual life, when we are looking at the Mother or Krishna from far off, we are yet not gone near God, then she looks black in color. It is just like the ocean, water of the ocean. When you look from far off, it looks as if it is dark blue. That's why it's called navy blue. You know the color, navy blue. So the color of the ocean is navy blue. Sky, it also is somewhat blue. But when you go up in the aeroplane or in the rocket, go up and up, you don't see anything. There's no color. It only looks when you look from far off. If you go to the ocean, take the water in your Anjali, in both of your hand. Anjali is both hand like this. If you take like this, then if you see the color of the water, it is colorless. It doesn't have any color. Likewise, Master in that song, singing that song, he expresses, when we are far away from God, we have in our stages of evolution, we are always thinking that God is somewhere sitting in the cloud, somewhere in the cloud 9, or somewhere very far off. So such concept, blue color, different color, all that will come. But when you realize, when you go near, when you see, when you have the vision, when you start experiencing, then you see God is colorless. Just like that, water of the ocean, the sky, all that thing. Likewise, Master asks the question, is my mother Kali black in color? Then he answers like that. So people, when they have not gone deep in spiritual life, when they have not realized God, yes, all these colors will come. When you go near, experience it, then you see beyond color. That is what. So here, what is that representing here? It represents deep, intense power, infinity. Just like the sky, just like the water of the ocean, it is infinite. It is formless. So from far off, it looks as if it has some color. But when you go nearby, you don't see any color, any quality. Likewise, here too, it representing deep, intense power. Kala Brabham. See, in that meditation verse, now you can meditate on the aspect of Divine Mother's color, the body color complexion. Katakshair Arikula Bhayadam. Kataksha. Aksha means eyes. Kataksha means it is the side glance. We don't like to get the direct glance of God. We want the side glance. So when somebody looks you from the side like this, so that is Kataksha. So that means it is out of love. It is out of very closeness. So that's why we always tell Kripa Kataksha. Kripa Kataksha means it is when the Lord wants to show her grace, the Divine Mother or any God. So just side glance is like that, Kripa, grace. So here Kataksha means the side glance. Parikula Bhedam, but that is for the children, that is for the good ones. The side glance is kripa. But for the asuras, for the demons, for the people of negative quality or bad nature, that same kataksha, instead of kripa, what does it become? Arikula bayadam. That very side glance will cause fear to the entire race of enemies of God, demons, negativity. Simply by her, the Divine Mother's side long glances, she causes fear. But for children, but for the good, but for the positive quality, people who have the good nature, that is kripa. So that is the difference you can see. So here, Kala Brabham, there is a color of the complexion of the Divine Mother, like complexion of the dark storm cloud. In one of the explanation in the Bhagavata, I read when Krishna was born, Krishna Janma Ashtami. So when he was put in, after birth, when he was put into the cradle, how did Krishna look like? Krishna look like? What was his color? Because he's dark in complexion. So he was look like, suppose the amber or the charcoal is covered by ashes, and if you wash it or covered by ashes, if it is there, like that he was looking like that in the cradle. Krishna's color was like that. So likewise here, the color of the complexion of the Divine Mother is like dark storm cloud. That's why it is represented as Kala Brabham. Kala means dark. Kali, Kala. So that is dark. Katakshair Arikula Bhyadam. She who causes fear in the entire race of enemies, demons, and also demons means here negative qualities in us. So the moment the side glance fall on us, Divine Mother Kripa, then the negativities, the asuric qualities in us, it will cause fear and it will run away. So that way also you can interpret when it is coming, making it relevant to our life. Then Mauli Baddhendu Rekham. That is the, see, there is the meditation verse just now we learned. The pronunciation also is to be noted. Kala Brabham. See, that is Mahaprana, Brabham in Sanskrit. Then Katakshair Arikula Bhaya Dham. Then now Mauli Baddhendu Rekham. What is the meaning of this? Mauli means, see, Shiva's another name is Chandra Maulishvara. Mauli means on the head. When something is put on the head, that is called Mauli. Chandra Mauli, who has Chandra on the head. So here, Divine Mother is also having moon. So Mauli Baddhendu, she who wears the crescent moon on her crown. See now, as I told you, this is Dhyana Shloka, meditation on the Divine Mother. See, one by one, you are meditating. Now the complexion of the skin of Mother is dark, just like the storm cloud. Then, what was the next side? Her glance, eyes, beautiful eyes, the side glance of the Mother, Katakshair, which causes fear in the negative qualities, in the asuras, demons. Now, you have to meditate on Mauli Baddhen. The Mother has a beautiful crown. Then on one side of the crown, you can see the crescent, the moon, not full moon. Why is it not full moon? Why should it be that the Mauli Baddhendu Rekham, she who wears the crescent moon? Because even Shiva also wears that crescent moon. It indicates time. How do we calculate time in our this thing, Tithi? When there is any other function, you will always tell the Sankalpa. At that time you will tell Dvadasham, Tithyam, Ekadasha. Today is Ekadashi Tithi. That's why we did Ramanam Sankirtan. And every Ekadashi we do Ramanam Sankirtan. We fast. I don't know how many of you are fasting, but they fast. So Ekadashi we have to fast. Tomorrow the Tithi is Dvadashi. So how is this Tithi represented? It is represented by the movement of the moon. Where is the movement for the moon? Moon is going round the earth, spinning round the earth. So while spinning round, because of the light of the reflection of the sun from different angles, you will get full moon, completely it is reflected, then full moon. Then the next day it reduces a little, tithi, next. Then next day little less, little less. Then where will it come down to? The 15th day it will come to Amavasya, no moon day. Nothing can be seen because the earth is completely covering the light, so there is no reflection, it is dark. So again the next day very little moon will come. And again next day little more. So then it is crescent moon. That is the moon. Why? What is it representing? Through the movement of the moon we'll calculate the time. So time is in my hand. I am the controller of the time. That is the reason why Shiva is called Mahakala or Kala. And his wife name is Kali. It is from, they are the controllers of time. And also another representation of the moon. Why are they small children? They don't have any other thing. Take something and put on the head like this, like babies? No. There's something very deep in it. First I told about the time. Next is, what is the representation of moon? Moon represents our mind. Now, there are so many planets. Have you not seen that one of the laws of physics is every body with mass attracts every other body with mass. So what is mass and what is weight? On this earth, when the thing is calculated due to gravity, it is called weight. Now if you go out of this earth, then where is the question of gravity? So that's why here, and mass, that in this way it is called mass. When without gravity, whatever is the effect of that thing is called mass. So now any mass, any object with mass, it has the power to attract another object with mass. So that's why you see the sun has the highest mass in our solar system. So it attracts all the 9 planets and it is going around because of the mass, heavy mass of the sun. Now earth has heavy mass than moon. So moon, that mass is attracted and kept in control by earth. Like that Saturn has 7 or 8 satellites, it is controlling it. So now, if that is the case, now what about, we are also having mass. So we are also controlled, there is pull, some effect of those masses on us. That is astrology. What is the effect of all the masses of all those different 9 planets on us? So in our astrological calculation, sun is also taken as a planet. But in the Western science or physical science, sun is not a planet. They make that grouping in a different way. But in astrology, it is effect on human beings. Because it is taken as a mass, huge mass, what is the effect on the human beings? So Surya is also taken as a planet for the effect on us. Then it is Guru, Jupiter, Saturn, Shani. So all the different planets are there. Earth is also having some effect on us. So that's why, because of the gravity, attraction of the gravity of earth, we are standing straight on this earth. Otherwise the speed of the earth at the equator is something like 1500 or something kilometers per hour. That is the speed at the equator. Then if there was no gravity, all of us would have thrown out to the atmosphere or outside the earth. Because of gravity, we are still on the earth. So effect. Likewise, all the planets affect on us. So that is the calculation of astrology and our karma and all the other things upon us. So now the nearest and the least mass is of the moon. So now it cannot make that gravity is 1/6 power of the earth there in the moon. So what is it affecting? Haven't you seen during the full moon day? Have you gone to the ocean and seen? There will be high waves. So the attraction of the moon is on the liquid or the fluid on the earth. What is fluid? 70% or 68% on earth is fluid, water. What about in our body? 73% is fluid in our body. So there will be some effect of the power of moon upon our body. So just like the ocean, the waves will be very high, it will be pulled when the moon is nearby. Likewise, it will also affect on our blood, will always rise towards the brain. So on Purnima, you will be very active, you will be very adventurous. You go and see the police cases in India, they have studied it. On the day of Purnima, whenever there is more moon, there will be a lot of accidents. Why? People become adventurous, they will accelerate the vehicles, they will go to do some special tricks and they will be in accident. Why? Mind will be very active. And Amavasya, there will be depression, less flow of this thing, blood towards the brain. That's why you can see even if you go to the lunatic asylum, the madness will increase during Purnima. Then it will be opposite or this thing during Amavasya. So, moon is also the controller of mind, the thought process. That's why Shiva or the Divine Mother having moon on the head means I am the controller of your mind. So these are all the different representation. When you see God, when you are meditating upon God, when you see all these things, they are showing some wonderful ideals or qualities in them on us, effect on us. That's why this, when we are meditating on God, when we see all these things, you can just have that thought in you, the meditation. So there is Mauli Baddhendu Rekam. The Divine Mother, she who wears the crescent moon on her head, symbolizing calmness amidst storm, the mind, control of the mind. If you surrender to me, if you worship me, you can easily control your mind. Next is Shankha, Chakram, Kripanam, Trishikamapi Karairudvahantim. Shankha, Chakram, Kripanam, Trishikamapi Karairudvahantim. She who holds a conch, a discus chakra, Sudarshana chakra like that. Sudarshana is Vishnu or Krishna, but the Divine Mother, discus chakra, sword and trident, Trishula in her hands. That is Shankam, Chakram, Kripanam, Trishikamapi, Karaihi in her hands, all the four hands, Udvahanti. She holds a conch, Shankha, discus, chakra, sword and trident, Trishula in her hands. She is Trinetram. She has three eyes. Trambaka, Triambaka. Shiva is also called Trinetra. Divine Mother also is having three eyes. What is that three eyes? It looks unbiological. No. Two eyes, we see the physical world. The third eye meaning it is beyond the limitations of this physical world. She can see the past, future, present. Not only that, in the waking state, we only see with our eyes, physical eyes, two eyes, the waking things when you are waking. When you sleep, that's a different world in your dream. Then you also see at that time, in your dream, you see the dream. Then there is one more aspect, that is deep sleep. So that also the Divine Mother has the knowledge. Beyond that is Turiya. Beyond all this creation is Turiya, Parabrahman, that is God, consciousness, pure consciousness. So at all level, the Divine Mother or Shiva can see everything. That is the idea of the third eye. The eye of wisdom, the eye of knowledge. That's why if Shiva opens that eye, so the Divine Mother opens the third eye, they tell that it will burn off. What is it burning? Burning means this present Maya, this present ignorance will be burnt. Our ignorance will be burnt. We will get knowledge out of it. That is the idea. So, Trinetram, the three-eyed goddess. See now, slowly, you're getting different form. Now you are meditating on the form of the mother. First is the color of mother. Next is the crown, the moon. Then the next is Katakshay, the beautiful eyes. Then Maulibadhen, the moon, the crown, everything. Then in her hand she is holding Shankam, Chakram, Kripanam, Trishikam api Karairudvahantim. Then Trinetram, she is having three eyes. Then Simhaskandhadi Rudam, she who is mounted, seated on the shoulder. Skandha means shoulder of a lion. Her mount is Simha. She is sitting on the shoulders of the lion. Simha means lion. Skandha is shoulder. Adhirudham. Then Tribhuvana Akhilam Tejasa Purayantim. She who fills all the three worlds, three bhuvana, all the three worlds with her divine radiance. So now you can see light emanating from her person. Everywhere the light is filling up. All the light we see, whether in the electric light or the sunlight or the moonlight, whatever, the starlight, it is she. Because of her, every light, everything is illumined. Trishakam, what is that? Tribhuvana Makhilam Tejasa Purayantim. She who fills all the three worlds with her divine radiance. Dhyayet, you have to meditate. Durgam, that Mother Durga. Jayakhyam. So let us meditate on that goddess Durga, who has another name. Also another name for Durga is Jaya. What is Jaya? Victory. That's why another name for Divine Mother is Jayanti. Why did she get the name Jayanti? Anta, Jaya, Anta. Anta means end. She is always victorious in the end. See, in the beginning, Mahishasura, all the demons were showing off so much of strength. They troubled all the gods and other things. But in the end, she destroyed all those demons. So always who is victorious in the end, Anta Jaya, victorious in the end is Jayanti. So another name for Divine Mother Durga is Jaya. So that is what? Dhyayet, you have to meditate. Durgam, on Divine Mother Durga. Jayakhyam, let us meditate on that goddess Durga known as Jaya. Another name of Divine Mother is Jaya, victory. So now we got the beautiful meaning, and now when we are chanting, all this picture of the Divine Mother should come. That is meditation verse. That's why it's called so many meditation verses we have learnt. So each time different aspect of Mother. She is doing different work. That's why there are different forms to meditate. At every chapter different, you are chanting different meditation verse. This was that. Tridasha Parivritam Sevitam Siddhikamaihi. She who is surrounded by gods, Tridasha, and served by those desiring accomplishment, Siddhi. Those people, the saints, the sages, the devotees, those who want to accomplish spirituality or higher things, they are surrounded. The surrounding Mother praying to her. That is Tridasha Parivritam Sevitam, are worshipped by or served by Siddhikamaihi. Those people are desirous of attaining Siddhi, achievement, something to achieve your goal. They are surrounding the Divine Mother and worshipping her, serving her. That is the meaning of that last sentence. Tridasha Parivritam Sevitam Siddhakamaihi. She who is surrounded by gods, Tridasha, and served by those desiring accomplishment. So now let us see the summary of this meditation verse. Summary of the meditation verse, this Dhyana Shloka describes the goddess Durga as a powerful warrior holding weapons, yet radiant and beautiful, appearing as Jaya, victory. She is to be visualized, meditated upon as the supreme power that removes fear and bestows success on her devotees. This is Dhyana Shloka meditation verse. of the 4th chapter, Devi Mahatmyam, Chaturthodhyaya, describing Goddess Durga, also known as Jaya, as she is worshipped by the gods after slaying of the demon Mahishasura. After slaying the demon Mahishasura, the Divine Mother is meditated in this form. So we saw the word-to-word meaning and also the summary. Now, we shall see another aspect of this. What is that? Esoteric meaning of each weapon represented a specific spiritual faculty or power gifted by gods to help the soul overcome the demons of our mind. Trident, Trishula. You know, Shiva is having that Trishula. Divine Mother is also having Trishula. Symbolizes the 3 guna, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Sattva, purity, light. Rajas, passion. And Tamas, ignorance, sleep, procrastination, laziness. So these are all the 3 gunas, qualities which can see within us, outside too. So this 3 Shula, the Lord holding or the Divine Mother holding is, I control all the 3 gunas. Everything is under my control. It also represents her power over the 3 worlds and her ability to remove the 3-fold miseries, physical, mental and spiritual. What about the discus? She is holding the chakra, represent Dharma chakra. What is Dharma? Righteousness. Dharma chakra and the eternal wheel of time. In our concept in Hinduism, the time is cyclic. It's not linear, no straight line. In other religion, the Abrahamic religion, time is linear. Why? At the day of judgment, God will come, separate all the people who have done good deeds and all the people, bad people, and eternally put them to hellfire and send all these people to heaven. There ends the whole thing. That's all. What day is it? Judgment day. That is not so in Hinduism. Nobody will be put to eternal hell. We are given chances again and again. You will be forgiven. You have to undergo that purgation. Remove all the bad deeds. That hell and other thing is only temporary thing. You are given chance, rebirth again and again to evolve. So it is cyclic, Dharma chakra. Then if you want to come out of this birth and death and birth and death and life, the Dharma chakra, then you have to do sadhana, meditation, austerities. Then you can come out of that. You become a witness. You become one with God. So that is the concept in Hinduism. It's not linear. At one place, Vivekananda explains, there is no concept of straight line at all. We all think in geometry. In our childhood, in the primary days, we used to learn in geometry, straight line. We all know straight line. But Vivekananda tells, in this universe, there is no concept of straight line at all. How? Vivekananda asks us, stretch the straight line infinitely, what does it become? Circle. How? Go on walking on this earth straight. What will happen? You will come back to the same place. Why? This world is, earth is geoid. Circle. How does the earth rotate? Circle. How does it revolve? Revolution? Circle. Elliptical. Sun shape? Circle. Round. Radius. Circumference. All the planets? Circle. How does it go? The galaxies movement? Cyclic. Everything in this world is cyclic. There is no straight line at all. Then what is straight line? It is only the space between 2 points on a circle, on the circumference of a circle. That's all. So concept of straight line is not there. Straight line infinitely stretched become a circle. So see, that is dharma. No straight line. Our concept of time is cyclic. Life, cyclic. Nitrogen, cycle. Atoms, cycle. Electrons are moving around the nucleus, cycle. Everything is cyclic. So that is chakra, represent righteousness, dharma chakra, eternal wheel of time. Esoterically, it symbolizes the mind centered on the divine, cutting through the knots of ignorance and attachment. So the cycle or this discus cutting, Lord Vishnu throws that cycle, it cuts our ignorance. Then conch. Why is Lord or the Divine Mother holding conch? Symbolizes pranava, Om Pranava, the primordial sound. Its sound purifies the surroundings and dispels the negativity of the ego. So you know that we play bell in our puja. During Arati we play the ganta, that is the bell. And also in the temple there will be bells. The conch, it gives out the sound, that pealing sound, and the conch, it gives out Om Pranava. What is the mantra you should tell while you are ringing the bell? Kantarava. While you are ringing the bell, what is that mantra? To invite the positive forces or devatas to dispel the rakshasas, the negative forces, the demons, the ghosts, and the negative forces. It is to invite the gods and the positive forces. The bell is rung. That is the mantra we have to chant while we are ringing the bell. Devatahvana lanchanam gantaravam kritva agamartantu devanam gamanartantu rakshasam. For the invitation for the devatas to come when you ring the bell, all the gods and goddesses or the positive forces will come to you, to that place. Then gamanartantu rakshasam, the negative forces like demoniacal, demons, ghosts, they can't hear the pealing of the bell. They will run away when the bell is rung, it seems. Wherever the bell is rung, wherever the conch is blown, the negative forces like the ghosts, the demons, they cannot stay. They will run away from that place, it seems. That's why the bell is sounded, the conch is blown. So now you came to know. It produces pranava, Om, primordial sound. It sounds, purifies the surroundings and dispels the negativity. Now sword, khadga, represents viveka, viveka khadga, the power of discernment. What is that power of discrimination? Viveka. Discrimination is not the apartheid regime. They used to discriminate between the color of the skin. No. It is discriminating between the real and the unreal, between the good and the bad, between the right and the wrong, between that which is God and which is against God. That discrimination is called Viveka. That power is there within us, every human being. Then what about animals? They do not have it. That is the difference between human beings and animals. How are we separated from the animals? All the other things are common. You are born, they are born. You to grow, you to play, they to play. You to grow up, childhood, all that thing, youth, old age, everything. You to become strong, then they too become strong. You too marry, they too marry. Marry in the sense they will have this thing. Then they too have children, you too have children. They too have family, you too have family. After that you too get old, they too get old. They too get diseased, you too get diseased. They die, we die. What is the difference? The only difference is you have the capacity to think. Viveka. Human beings, that is the only speciality you have. So God has given only for the human beings this beautiful capacity. So the sword represents Viveka, sharp intellect and wisdom. It used to sever the deep-rooted ignorance, attachments, and the wheel of illusion, Maya, that keeps us from realizing our true nature. That is the indication why Mother is having sword, nothing to fear. Only the bad have to fear. But we, the children of Mother, what is it representing? Cutting off the ignorance, Maya. That's why in the evening when we sing every day, what is that? Khandana Bhavabandhana. What is Khandana? Cutting asunder. Khandana means to cut asunder. Bhavabandhana means the knots of this world which we are attached to this world. That is the meaning. Then bow and arrow. The bow represents potential energy and determination, while the arrow signifies a focused and one-pointed mind aimed at the supreme truth. So now we are entering into the 4th chapter. What is the whole gist of this 4th chapter? If you chant this, who chanted this? Who are praising? Indra and all the other gods and goddesses. They are praising the Divine Mother. That is this 4th chapter. So what are we going to get if we chant this 4th chapter? Chapter 4th is one of the 4 major hymns, stutis, in this text, Durga Saptashati. Chanting it is believed to bring profound results, removal of calamities. The goddess herself promises in the Palashruti. Palashruti means when you chant something, you get some result out of it. It is called Phala, fruit. So in the Palashruti, if you recite this verse, what is going to happen? Reciting the stories of victories, including this chapter, removes all calamities in your life, poverty and suffering, protection and fearlessness. It is a powerful formula to ward off evil and fear. Regular recitation of this chapter builds inner power, providing a spiritual shield, armor against negative energies and enemies. Spiritual liberation, known as Brahma Vidya, supreme knowledge. This chapter helps in the realization of the Divine Mother as the absolute reality, leading the seeker towards moksha, liberation, auspiciousness and peace. If you chant this chapter, it bestows Shri, prosperity, and beauty and buddhi, wisdom. It is often chanted for the health and well-being of the family and to resolve domestic disputes. So we have seen what is the benefit of chanting. Without any ado, without delay, we shall enter the chanting of this chapter. First of all, we learned to chant the meditation verse. Now we saw what is the benefit of chanting this, which is a very in India, in any special function, they chant this 4th chapter, because even the gods and goddesses chanted and got the benefit after killing the Mahishasura. That's why it is considered very auspicious. So what is the meditation? Kalabhrabam katakshai rarikulabayadham maulibadhendurekam shankam chakram kripanam trishikam api karairudvahantim trinetram simhaskandhadirudam tribhuvanamakilam tejasa purayantim dhyayet. We have to meditate Durgam, Mother Durga, who is also called Jaya, victory, Jayakhyam, Tridashapa Gana Vratam Sevitam Siddha Sangaihi. Now we will enter the exact 4th chapter. What is that first one? Rishiruvacha, the Rishi, the divine seer. Last time I explained who is a Rishi. There are different words for different level of saints. Santa, meaning is different. Muni, Mananat Munihi, one who is meditating always, focusing his mind, is called Muni. Rishi, Mantra Drashtara, one is like a scientist who has discovered truth by meditating after attaining purity, is called Rishi. So these are all different technical terms. Hamsa, Paramahamsa, so Bhagavan, Acharya, these are all different terms. So they carry different meaning. So here Rishi is one who has, their truths are always there. Nobody can find something new. It's always there. God is always there. The truth is always there. What do the scientists, the rishis do? When they purify their mind, it is revealed. It is only discovered. So those who discovered the truths in this world are called rishis. When the rishis discovered the truth, when they compile it, that is called scriptures. That is Vedas. So Veda means the mountain of knowledge. Discovered by whom? Rishis. That's why, who is the Rishi here? Markandeya Rishi. I explained about Markandeya in the last thing. Let me again not go to that. Rishiruvacha. So the Rishi, the one who has given all these mantras, compiled this. Uvacha, he said. What did he tell? All about this 4th chapter. What is that? Shakradayah suragana nihateti virye tasmin duratmani surari balecha devya tam tushtuvuhu pranati namra shirodaramscha sa vagbihi praharsha pulakodgama charudehaha. So now the first verse is Rishiruvacha. The second verse we shall now learn to chant it. You can see the text in our Devi Mahatmyam text, the page number 52, 4th chapter, Devi Mahatmyam, Chaturthodhyaya. We are now learning to chant the verse. Rishiruvacha, Rishiruvacha, Shakradayah suragana, Shakradayah suragana, nihateti virye, nihateti virye, tasmin duratmani surari balecha devya, surari balecha devya, tam tushtuvuh pranati namra shirodharamsa vagbih praharsha pulakodgama charudeha. That is the way to chant the second verse. Shakradayah suragana nihateti virye tasmin duratmani surari balecha devya tam tushtuvuhu pranati namra shirodaramsa vagbihi praharsha pulakodgama charudehaha. So what is the simple meaning of this verse? The Rishi said, Markandeya Rishi, what did he say about the Divine Mother? When the most valiant but evil-natured Mahishasura, the demon who had the form of a buffalo or the bison, Mahisha means buffalo. Mahishasura, Asura means demon. When that evil-natured who was very valiant, and the army of that foe of the whose enemy of the Devas, the positive energy, were destroyed by the Devi, Divine Mother. Then Indra, the god of, or the king of small letter God. Big letter God is infinity, one God who is there, Brahman, represented by Trimurti, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma. They are all the same, taking different form, or the Divine Mother. Small letter God is demigods like Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, the Navagraha, Surya, all these. So the Indra and the horse of the Devas utter the words of praise. So while they are uttering the words of praise after killing the Mahishasura by the Divine Mother, they couldn't even win him in the war. All of them together, they were entirely decimated or defeated by that Mahishasura. He was so strong. But Mother, Divine Mother, killed him with ease. So now, after that, when Mahishasura was killed, Indra and the horse of Devas uttered their words of praise. How did they do? With deep humility. How did they show their humility? Their necks and shoulders reverentially bent. Even the king of God, Indra, and all of them, Moon, Surya, everybody, how are they praising the Divine Mother? With their head bent. their necks and shoulders reverentially bent, and their bodies rendered beautiful with horripilation and exultation. So that is the meaning of the second verse. Now that's a simple meaning. So now let us learn to chant the third verse. 52 page, Devi Mahatmyam, the 4th chapter. So today we will learn to chant this last verse for today. In the next class we will take up the other verses. Devyayaya tatamidam jagadātma shaktya nishesha devagana shakti samohamurtya tam ambikam akhila deva maharshi pujyam bhaktyanataha sma vidadhatu shubhani sa naha. So let us now chant it. Devyayaya Devyayaya tatamidam jagadātma shaktya nishesha devagana shakti samohamurtya tam ambikam akhila deva maharshi pujyam bhaktyanataasma vidadhatu shubhani sanaha. The simple meaning of this third verse. What is that third verse? Devyayaya tatamidam jagadātma shaktya nishesha devagana shakti samohamurtya tam ambikam akhila deva maharshi pujyam bhaktyanatahasma vidadhatu shubhani sanaha. So what is the simple meaning of this verse? To that Ambika who is worthy of worship by all the devas, the gods and Maharshi, sages. Rishi is the mantra drashtar, seers who have discovered. Maharshi means in them there is gradation, who have attained still higher state. They are called Rishi, Maharshi. Maharishi is Maharshi. So even those Maharshis, great Maharshis, the gods, they are praising the Divine Mother, the sages, and pervades this world by her power, and who is the embodiment of the entire powers of all the hosts of devas. You know, when nobody could help destroy this Mahishasura king, it was so difficult. He had defeated all the devas and he had even captured heaven. So then they all went to Brahma. Then Brahma took them to Vishnu and Shiva. All of them, when they heard about it, Shiva and Vishnu, they got angry. So from that anger, energy, light started coming out. So from all the energies, the light from all the devas, the Divine Mother Durga came out. And they all the gods gave their energies, weapons to the Divine Mother. So that's how Mother Durga was formed, and she went and killed Mahishasura. That's why here it is given, who is the embodiment of the entire power of all the hosts of devas. So we bow down in devotion. May she grant us auspicious things. That is a simple meaning. Now, I think we can go to the word-to-word meaning of these two verses. What is the word-to-word meaning? The second verse, Shakradaya Suragana Nihate Tividye. Shakradaya Suragana, the assemblage of devas led by Shakra, another name for Indra, Shakra, Adi. Suppose there are 5 or 10 students. You cannot name all the 10 students. You will take one name and tell, and all the others. Tom and all the others. Likewise, Shakra Adi means Indra and all the hosts of God. Shakradayah Suragana, the assemblage of Devas led by Indra. Shakra means Indra. Pranati Namra Shirodharamscha. Pranati, Pranamati, bowing down the head, bearing shoulders and heads bent in devotion, humility. Pranati Namra Shirodharamsa. In front of the elders, in front of the gurus, in front of God. When you go to the temple, you don't go lifting your head in egoism. What do? With humility, you bow down to your head. So, in front of the Divine Mother who has killed Mahishasura, all these even gods, Shakra, Indra and other people, they have bent their head in devotion, in humility. So, bearing shoulders and heads bent in devotion. Praharsha Pulakodgama Charudehaha, with beautiful bodies that trembled excitedly with delight. Vagbihi Tam Tushtuvuhu, praised her with their words. Ativirye Surari Bale, when the mighty enemy of the gods, Tasmin Duratmanicha, and evil Mahishasura Nihate Devya, was killed by the Devi. After Divine Mother killed Mahishasura, they started praising her. When the extremely mighty enemy of the gods, the evil Mahishasura, was killed, destroyed by the Divine Mother, then the gathering assembly of Devas, pulsating with joy and humility, led by Indra, bowed their heads and shoulders in devotion and eulogized the Divine Mother Durga. So we will end with this word-to-word meaning. Next verse, that's the third verse. Bhaktya natahasma, with devotion we reflect upon Tam Ambikam, that accessible Divine Mother. Ambika means Mother. Devya, by the Devi. Yaya Atma Shaktya, by whose inherent sovereignty, power, Tatamidam Jagat, this universe exists. This whole universe exists because of her power. Naha Shesha Devagana Shakti Samoha Murtya, whose image is the aggregate of the energies of all the gods and goddesses. Akhila Deva Maharshi Pujyam, worshipped by all the gods and even great sages. Sa Naha, may she Vidadhatu Shubhani, let her impart auspiciousness, welfare to all of us. That is the prayer in this second verse. Third verse, with devotion we reflect on the dear Mother, whose power, this universe exists because of that power, her power. She who is the sum total of all the energies of all gods and who is adored by Devas and Rishis. Please, O Divine Mother, bless us with auspiciousness and welfare. That is the word-to-word meaning. Now we'll hear one of the verses, very wonderful verses. If we chant that small verse, it is as good as chanting the whole Devi Mahatmyam. So let us hear that verse of the Divine Mother, Sarva Mangala Mangalye, and we will end today's meditation on the Divine Mother.
Jaya